Hi guys, Phil from AquaTech here. Today I'm going to show you how to set up your AquaTech pistol grip and get the most out of your system. Everything you'll need is included in the box. You've got your pistol handle, your pistol trigger, your dedicated cable release, which is different for every camera, so make sure you do purchase the correct pistol grip for your camera system, necessary bolts for attaching the pistol handle, and the tool required. There's also some setup instructions included in the box which are helpful to read over. Now that you've got all your parts laid out, the first step is to remove your bulkhead pin cover. Now we're going to attach the pistol trigger. So the 3 pins on the pistol trigger go inside your pistol bulkhead. Now you shouldn't force these, they should go in nice and smooth, but you should also make sure that when they're pushed in, there's no gap there. Like so. Now the next step is to connect your pistol handle. It's a simple connection. There's 4 bolts included, and there's 4 bolts on the bottom of your sport housing here. We suggest that you do line up the switch first into the handle to make it easy for yourself. Then line up the handle. Now that you've lined up the handle, simply go around and tighten up the bolts as required. There's no need to over tighten these bolts, simply tighten them as finger tight with the tool included. Now that your handle's firmly secured, we're going to start on the internals and connect the camera cable release to the inside of the water housing. To connect the camera cable release, simply loosen the female jack on the inside of the water housing. Position the male pin on your cable release firmly into the jack. To connect the camera cable release, you need to find the dedicated port within your camera. On the Canon 5D Mark IV, you'll find this on the front of the camera. On other cameras, this might be located on the side or even on the opposite side of the body. Depending on your camera model and make, the pins will either be a male to female configuration or even a micro USB. Simply line the pins up accordingly and push in firmly. The pistol trigger will react in the same way your camera shutter button has been dedicated to act on your camera. So if you have it set to focus and fire, you can access those functions through the pistol. If you're a video shooter, you can actually start, stop, record if you have that set up through your camera. It's important to dedicate focusing to your shutter button, so ensure that, check your menu and make sure that you do have focusing turned on at the shutter if you'd like to use that through the pistol. Now with the camera installed and the cable release is clearly out of the way of the O-ring path on the back plate, it's time to explain what our 2-button system does. The top button on the pistol switch focuses and the bottom button focuses, then fires. It's important to remember that if you do simply hit the bottom button, it will try to focus, then fire. If you'd like to lock your focus, recompose, then fire, we suggest using a one-shot focus mode. That's called different things on different cameras. But if you lock your focus with the top button, then leaving your finger on that button, recompose, hit the bottom one and fire, it will actually leave the focusing from where you've locked it and simply fire the frame. We hope that's fully explained on how to set up your pistol grip trigger. And if you still do have any questions, feel free to contact us and our staff will be happy to help.